This is called a transformer. I don't think we've talked about it on the channel before. Is its use limited? Can we build interesting projects with it? And most importantly, how can we use a 12-volt adapter to power a 220-volt lamp? Stay with me until the end of the video. A transformer is made up of two coils, a primary and a secondary. In the Proteus software, I can show you this more clearly. As you can see, there are different types available. I'm going to choose the simplest one. Now I click on it to enter the settings. I won't change the inductance of the primary coil, because it needs to be high due to its connection to high voltages, but I will reduce the inductance of the secondary coil. By connecting this transformer to a power source, we can reduce the amplitude of the input voltage, so now we understand the application of a transformer. Now what happens if we connect the input in reverse? In other words, what if we connect a 12-volt battery to the secondary side? What will happen on the primary coil? Yes, we actually get a higher voltage. This voltage is strong enough to surprise you. The important point is that this voltage must keep oscillating continuously for the transformer's output to be sustained. So I'm going to use a pulse generator for simulation, with a low amplitude and low frequency. As you can see, this process can also work in reverse. Now I'll rectify this output using a diode and store it in a capacitor. The output can no longer be observed on the oscilloscope, but you can still measure its value with the voltmeter. This is great. Let's build it. The circuit is ready. First, I used a micro switch for switching. As you can see, the voltage increased slightly, but the micro switch got very hot. A little later, I tried switching it a few more times, but the internal contacts of the micro switch fused together and it got damaged. Our switching power supply works with a 555 IC. This oscillator is connected to an electronic switch, which transfers the switching signal to the transformer. Make sure to add a heatsink for the switch, so heat doesn't damage it. But I think we also need something else. What we need is a circuit that, if the output voltage changes, brings it back to the level we want. This is the same type of circuit I used in a walkie-talkie. We just need to sample the output, so that the circuit can compare the input voltages, and adjust the duty cycle. In the end, this keeps the output voltage stable. Everything is ready now, but the problem is that the voltage rises too slowly. I'll wait a bit to see what happens. Okay, now another issue has appeared. It's not stable at all. The voltage is either decreasing or increasing. Now it has reached the target voltage, and I've managed to keep it somewhat stable. You can see the lamp is on. The light is very dim, but as the voltage increases, it gets brighter. However, in the end, the output voltage is still rising. This behavior shows that the capacitors are too large, and their capacitance needs to be reduced. Because I don't have a low capacitance, high voltage capacitor in my equipment, I decided to remove one of the capacitors from the circuit. I powered the circuit back on, and even by adjusting the multi-turn potentiometer, nothing happened. But by using this micro switch, I managed to make the comparator circuit pass the pulses to the transistor, causing the voltage to rise quickly. You could use a microcontroller to control this switch and keep the output voltage stable, but it would be quite a challenging task. This wasn't a scientific project, but it was definitely fun to experiment with. At this point, we've successfully generated a high voltage. This voltage is DC, and as you saw, the main thing left to improve is its stability. In the next step, this high voltage DC output can be connected to another circuit that converts it into a quasi-sine wave and delivers it to the load. This is essentially how inverters work. They take a DC voltage source and transform it into an AC-like waveform that can power electrical devices. Because this video took quite a long time, I'll wrap it up here. If you enjoyed it or want to support the channel after all the delays and issues we had in this episode, please give the video a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. Also, try to watch the videos all the way through as much as possible. Thanks for watching.